Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I'm back with number 4 in my Christmas in July series. I know it's been a minute, but it's really crazy over here. I finally got Howard all moved in, and we're still unpacking and moving things around. So it's just a little busy for me. But I did crank out 2 new DIYs for you. So let's get into it. We're going to be using this would believe sign from Hobby Lobby, a little star from my stash. Going to be doing some hand lettering. I've got some scrap car chamois. This little piece of wood that's already stained in the Waverly Antique Wax. I've got some really pretty craft paper from Hobby Lobby. I'll be using my Dixie Belle and Barn Red. I will also be using my Hello Hobby Midnight Black. And of course, cardboard. You guys know it's my favorite to craft with. So I just did a quick drawing of Santa getting stuck in the chimney. I thought that would be cute to do, especially with the cardboard because it's easy to cut out. So after I did my pencil drawing, I just am going in and I cut it all out for you guys. And now I'm just marking it with my marker so I can paint between the lines and keep everything nice and neat. And then I'm going to go in and do the same thing with the black just to get Santa's boots all painted. And then I did kind of do the snow as it's hanging over the edge of the chimney just to give my eye, a place for placement of that snow. You're not going to see it in the picture or in the on the cardboard that I cut out, obviously, because I'm covering up with the craft paper now. I decided to use this craft paper because it looked like brick to me. Of course, it is a plaid craft paper, but it just looked like brick. It just was reminiscent of that. You can absolutely paint your own brick on if you want to, but this is crafting. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. And I love this paper, so we're going to use it. So I just used my glue stick and got my paper adhered to the cardboard, and I'm going in with my red marker and I'm just cleaning up any of the cardboard that you could still see. And then I took some car chamois and cut out some little fur for the top of Santa's boots. And we're just going to use a little bit of hot glue to get that attached to the cardboard. In any place that you could still see cardboard, I just took some of that car chamois, just little scrap pieces of it, and glued it where I needed to cover up the cardboard. And it just blended in nicely. So that worked out really well. And I'll show you now that I'm just using some of the frayed pieces or just little cut up pieces to cover the cardboard. Now I'm going back in with a little bit of the white paint, and I'm just going to detail my boots a little more. And now I'm going to add my fur or car chamois to the top of the chimney. You could also use batting, cotton balls, yarn, just paint it white. Anything that you have that you can do in white to resemble the snow on the chimney will work out just fine. And here you see I had to do a little patchwork because my piece wasn't quite long enough. Just adding a little bit of hot glue wherever I think I need it to get the car chamois, or snow in this case, glued down. I love this one, and it's my favorite of the 2. I only have 2 for you guys today, but this one is my favorite. I love how it turned out. So I took that believe word and I painted it white, and I thought I wanted the dot on the eye to be black, but I am going to change that. So I'm just going to flip this over because the cardboard was a little flimsy. So I'm just going to add some more cardboard in the back to strengthen this up. And it works really well. It works just as well as the craft sticks work. For this DIY, it really, gave it some stability, and I wasn't worried about it bowing or anything like that. So just a thought, you could use cardboard to make your pieces more stable. And now that that's done, I am going to just hot glue my believe word to the front of the chimney. Just doing a little cleanup where some of the glue may have seeped through. Just going to get that cleaned out of there. Trying to grab it quickly before it dries because I don't want to rip my paper. So I have this little star from my stash, and it is painted in a golden yellow color. And I'm just going to add it to the end of the believe word. Take a yellow, not a yellow, take a green bell and attach it to the top of the eye for the dot. I like that better. It adds a little bit pop to the red, so I like that better than just leaving the dot black. And I'm going to take my little piece of craft stick that I have. I think it's a leftover piece from one of the Dollar Tree wood slats. And I'm just going to attach it to the back so this piece stands on its own. And here's the final reveal of Santa getting stuck in the chimney. And I think it is adorable. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that help my channel grow. I greatly appreciate you guys. Moving on to DIY number 2, I'm going to be using some batting, some cotton, one of these little styrofoam cones from my stash, some red felt from my stash, some pine cones, a little bit of buffalo check ribbon, some frosted greenery, the plaid paint in bright red. Going to be doing some hand lettering, one of the little Dollar Tree crates. You guys, this is all stuff from my stash because, as you well know, I may be doing Christmas in July, but there's no Christmas stuff out at Dollar Tree right now. So I am strictly crafting from things in my stash. So I'm going to take my crate and I'm going to paint it with the apple barrel or plaid bright red paint, the first and the last slat on the crate. The middle one, I just took my black Sharpie marker and I just filled it in because that's going to be Santa's belt if you haven't figured that out already. And I just wrote Merry Christmas. The font at the top is just print in capital letters. And then at the bottom, I did a little bit of cursive for the word Christmas. And I was going to use that black leather, that faux leather ribbon, but changed my mind. I like the buffalo check better for this. And I'm just going to hot glue that to the center. And the reason, as you can see, why I painted the center black was because my ribbon wasn't wide enough to cover that whole slat. So I thought, no worries, I really want to use this ribbon. Just go ahead and paint it black and it will be fine. And it turned out really nice. So I took a little piece of cardstock or thin cardboard and just cut a square out and then cut a square out in the center of that square so that it resembles a belt buckle, and I hot glued it to the center of that buffalo check ribbon. Now I'm going to take my little piece of cone, styrofoam cone, and I'm just going to wrap it in the felt and get that hot glued down. We're going to make a Santa hat for our book stack. Yes, this is a book stack. I know I make them all the time, but you can just do so much with them. I just think they're really pretty, and I've never made one like this. So we're going to do this book stack. Just going to wrap that red felt around. This is Dollar Tree red felt, and I'm just going to trim off what I don't need. I'm not worried about wrapping the bottom of it because you're not going to see it anyway. And now that that's done, I am going to attempt to use the batting to make the ball on top of Santa's hat. But it just wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to. I don't know. I didn't like it. It just kept getting stuck to my fingers. It wasn't forming the ball. I didn't like it. So I ripped that off of there and I decided to go with the cotton. And that turned out so much better. And now that that's done, I'm going to take some of that car chamois and I'm going to just use it as the fur trim of the hat. And now that that is done, I'm just going to place it on top of my book stack. And I'm just going to take a couple pieces of this pine frosted greenery and attach it to the top of the book stack before I place my hat on top of that. I'm going to cut off the pieces at the end of the greenery that are kind of round and they sit up because I want this to sit flat. So I'm just going to cut those pieces off to sit this, to make this sit a little flatter so that my hat sits flat. So I'm just going to hot glue that down. Add some hot glue to the bottom of the hat and hot glue that on top of the greenery. And at this point, you can add some bells if you wanted to the greenery. I was going to add my pine cones. I ended up not even using them. I added a buffalo check bow instead. You could do both, but I opted just to do the bow. I'm going to add that to the side of the hat. And this one's done. How cute is that? So you guys, this is it for this video today. This is the final reveal of the 2 DIYs that I made you. Again, I love how they turned out. Quick, easy, affordable, all of the things. I love the cardboard Santa. It's just very affordable and super cute. You could definitely do this with wood. If you have a jigsaw, you can cut that out, or with MDF board, because that you can cut by hand. It's just a lot of work. But if you have a saw, this would be quick and easy. But how much more easy and affordable is it for those of us that don't have a saw, and for those of us who have problems with our hands? The cardboard is the way to go. You guys, thank you for being here. Old subscribers, new subscribers, thank you to everyone. Until I see you in my next video, you guys, please be blessed. Stay safe and craft something beautiful today. Bye, guys.